There's one. Set for stun.
Three guys sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of Dragon Con, the podcast that has lost its mind and is floating in a space freighter solo by itself, worried about what is happening to the world. And joining me as always is Leigh. Leigh, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm actually really great. It is 17 days. Well, now I'm
16,
sorry.
as
it
we
is
record this, 16 days, 22 hours, 3 minutes and 49, 48, 47 seconds.
7. Stop. Okay, but
At
for
the sound
that,
of the
so
tone,
people
your cosplay will be due.
exactly. But also, people, just remember it's coming. You can't get away from it. There. I don't think we can fold the time space continuum to give you a little more time.
But Leigh,
So start getting all your stuff
Leigh,
that you think of.
if the last half decade has proven anything,
Yeah,
anything is really possible at this point.
that is
But
true. I give up. I give
all
up.
things
That is
considered, yes, Dragon Con is still coming
Oh,
regardless
there you
of
go.
whether you wanted to or not.
It is coming regardless of whether you're wedding or not. But yeah, this is always the time when I used to start like, okay, I need to take this is when I was a director, this to the track room, this is the hotel room. And I'd go back and forth. And then some things I'd be like in the middle going, I'm not sure. But as we look at that and we talk about that, I just wanted to say a lot of people have been announced, and it's a lot of actors. So do want to say David Boreanaz, Emily Deschanel? I can't remember if I'm saying that.
Deschanel?
Deschanel, right?
Zoe? Did you say Zoe Deschanel?
No, Emily from Bones, her sister.
Oh, her sister.
Older
Her
sister.
sister. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Right. One that makes my husband very happy is Steve Jackson from Steve Jackson Games. I know that's not an actor, but yay. We've got the Armorer.
Or just some
Emily
guy named
Swallow.
Steve Jackson. It's just not just some random dude named Steve.
No, it's not a
I'm
random
sure there's
dude.
more than one Steve Jackson at Dragon Con.
I'm sure there is. Just like there is more than one Dwayne Johnson. And there's no The Rock. They're not listed. Okay, so Emily Swallow is the Armorer on The Mandalorian. We've also got, oh my goodness, all these people. It was kind of amazing. Wait, there we go. John Boyega from Star Wars, episode everything. You know those 3.
Episode
One,
everything.
I saw him first on Star Wars, everything, the last 3.
Star Wars 12, the everything.
Yeah, there we go. I
The
saw him
Everything
first on
Awakens.
Attack the Block. I saw him first on Attack the Block, and I
Star
love
Wars
that damn
13.
movie. So
Something more
there you go.
happens.
Something more. Okay, keep going. And then we've got
They want me to.
all of these other people. So a lot of people always are like, well, when are we going to know if there's somebody's coming or not? This will be updated. The guest list will be updated.
And will be
From
100%
now-
accurate the 100% of the time there.
That's not true. But from now until con, this will be updated, folks. So
Your other conventions.
looking at it. Yeah, other conventions are not run by fans, for fans, and for fun.
And by
Other
the way, they all
ones
have
are,
cancellations.
and they all have cancellations. But
The West Coast thing.
yeah, we don't like that thing. There's also a list, if you go on the DragonCon page, of people who are no longer able to come, work commitments, illness, real life, other things happen. So be ready for that. And then it's really going to be fun. I'm just looking
hope.
forward. It's going to be great. No, it's going to be fun. We're sharing the joy of DragonCon. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't know how I'm going to go this. So I'm just going to tell you our guests are with Military Sci-Fi. I had no idea how to get there. Military Sci-Fi. This is Karen and James. We're so glad they're back. We love them. And Karen, tell us what military sci-fi is. And you're the director, so I'm gonna start that way. Hi, Karen.
And
Hi
by the
there.
way, make sure he understands you're the director.
That's right, James. You gotta know that.
Yes, a little backstory on that. My name is Karen Henson. I am the military Sci-Fi Media director, and James Henson is my husband, but he is the second. It just works that way.
It works. Yeah, they like it that way.
But military Sci-Fi Media is kind of a catch-all term in some ways. We are not the military literature track. We're not just general stuff because technically, if you look at some of our shows, we could be Star Trek, we could be Star Wars, we could be all different things star, but we are in fact starting with Stargate, which was our very first place to begin.
Yeah.
We used to be the Stargate track. But then as time went on, we had to kind of, maybe not be a Stargatey anymore since it was off the air. We added other things.
Add stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So
So you
now
added.
we're BSG. We're Babylon 5, Farscape, Space Above and Beyond, which is having a 30th anniversary this year,
Oh,
believe it or
wow.
not. And we also have Andromeda, Buck Rogers, Starship Troopers. What else do we got? Space
Probably-
1999, which is having its 50th anniversary this year.
I thought they only did like one season of that.
It's like two
Two.
seasons, but
Okay.
we are still not going to shut up about it because
Oh,
after
no,
all,
shut up.
Firefly.
Firefly. Yeah. Everybody keeps hoping there's gonna be another season or another movie.
That depends on who you ask. But we're also
Okay.
Halo the TV show, not
Oh, okay.
not the video game, but the TV show, and the Orville, and there's some others in there too, but that's kind of our biggest things besides
Mhm.
Stargate.
I have to tell you, I've watched Halo and I was actually pretty impressed. I thought it was a decent show it's sci-fi, it's military sci-fi. But you don't need to know, because I asked my son, is this what's in the game or this or that? And he's like, Mom, they're different than the games. Just give it up. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Because Five Nights at Freddy's, very, very different than what happens in the movie, as in all of this. And he said I should already know that because, I'm old.
And if you have an opinion about that, we do have a panel for Halo, the
Ooh.
TV show. How did that go, basically?
Yeah. Is it over now? I haven't watched the last half season.
Officially, it was canceled. What existed was transferred to a different streaming service, but we're still waiting to see because there was some interest. There could maybe be a third season. We don't know, but
There's
at
always
the
been
moment, it's kind of not so much.
Yeah. Well, you keep hoping. And sometimes maybe it'll come back again
You
later.
never know.
You never know.
Think about
You
how
never know.
long Battlestar Galactica was basically a property that
Yes.
didn't really have anything until the reimagining happened. Okay, well, it had Galactica 1980.
Mhm.
And we have a panel for that one too this year. It's called "What the Frack Was That?"
Mhm. I'm good with that name. I think that's a much better name than some things that I could come up with. So, but yeah, so you've got it all planned out, and I know you do a lot of panels, but you also have guests coming, and you have some fun things that you do.
Absolutely.
So, who are some guests you're really excited about this year?
Okay, well, I'm really excited that Gil Gerard is going to be returning. He had a little mishap during con last year,
Oh no.
but he is doing okay. He is back, and he'll be back with us for a Buck Rogers panel. So we're really excited about that. I am thrilled to say that we're going to have Peter Macon back again for the Orville. And in addition, we're also going to be welcoming Ann Winter for the first time. And she is also from the Orville. That's Lieutenant Charlie Burke. And of course, Peter Macon is Bordus. And they are fabulous characters, but also interesting people too. So we'll have a lot to talk about.
That
They
will
are
be
people
very,
in
very
their
cool.
own rights.
Yes.
They are
As
more than just their
opposed to just
characters.
characters. They are humans. Well,
Human.
allegedly. As much as anyone is these days, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
And we also have, of course, one of our favorite Stargate guests ever is going to be returning. We're so excited.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And
I'll be there. I appreciate it. Oh, I mean, Jason Momoa.
okay, another favorite guest is returning,
Love it, Jason.
and that
He
is
was a
Christopher
very
Judge.
hilarious person. Yeah,
Christopher Judge
Christopher
is going to
Judd.
be coming
Christopher
back.
Judd.
And we love Teal'c. We are
That's the one.
major Teal'c fans in this house, and
Mhm.
also he is always just a fabulous time. Anytime you get him on panel,
Yep.
I mean, even if it's not the infamous furry panel, ask me some other time off air.
No, don't
Um,
ask. Don't ask. Ask very, very late at night when she's tired and there's nobody around her.
After
Because
10 p.m. when
it's a
we are
story.
in our mature
That's
panel
at 10
time.
p.m. Yeah,
But
that's a
yes,
10 p.m. question.
we're really excited, and we think everybody is definitely going to enjoy the actors. And you never know, we could end up with more folks by then because there's a lot of days, even as short as it may be, between now and
Hmm.
Dragon Con. The actor
And
picture can always change.
well, and we know that Chicago Con or whatever it was called got canceled. So probably some people were able to be like, "Yay, I can do this one instead." So just keep watching, folks. There are always things going on behind the scenes that Karen and I know nothing about. Well,
Very true.
Karen knows nothing about. I knew nothing about as directors. So, and then you just get all excited because then all of a sudden you have somebody like William Shatner 2 weeks before Con, and oh boy, that was fun. That was a lot of changes. We'll ask Regina about that when we talk to her later. Okay, so that's good. Christopher Judge, y'all, please, please, please talk to him. He is hilarious. He is nice as anything. He's hilarious. And I listened to his panel once, and everybody's like, "Why didn't you ever have any lines in season 1?" And he was like, "I was mostly hungover. I was really glad not to have lines." I'm like, "Okie dokie." There wasn't a problem there, folks. It was him not liking having any lines. So that's really good. So yeah, um, are there any panels? I mean, there's always great panels. Is there anything you really want to focus on?
Well, we've got some big events happening as well as panels.
Hmm.
To hit on a couple of our panels, and we'll get to events in a bit.
Hmm.
Um, we've got some slightly different things that we're doing, as well as some of the familiar. We've got the Onesie Mixer that's going to be coming back on Thursday night, starting at 7. You don't have to wear a onesie, but it's a good idea if you want to have a good time. And we've got air conditioning, so there's that.
Lots of
Um,
air conditioning.
Correct. Air conditioning is very important for proper onesie maintenance.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we have our interactive on Saturday night.
Mhm.
That's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with interactive, it's a long tradition from Stargate and Track. We would watch episodes, and then we would have little things that we would pass out in bags that you could use during the episode. So think kind of Rocky Horror and with a little MST3K touch to it. And we always pick a
There you
different
go.
episode, so we kind of change it up a bit each year. And this year we're going to be doing Firefly's Jaynestown.
Which is a great episode from Firefly. That is a cool one. I love that choice.
So if you
So
haven't
yeah.
had a chance to sing the Ballad of Jane Cobb in a while, go ahead and get warmed up on that, because while the episode's on, singing will be going on.
Yes. This is not a sing along or a speak along of the episode. It's just they're going to be singing that song.
It's
The ballad.
inevitable. You will sing along. It will happen, and we will all have a good time.
I think I did the sing. I think I sang along with it, or at least like bopped my head the first time I ever saw the episode because I was like, "That's kind of catchy,"
It
So
gets in your head. It does, and sometimes
yeah,
it runs around in there for about a week.
1877 cars for kids. You're
No,
all welcome. I
nobody,
put
no.
your earwig in your ear. Sorry, that's from The Good Place. It's the Bad
No, it
Places
really
theme
does,
song.
though.
Yeah, no, you don't want that one. But that's really cool. So, what have you done before for these kind of episodes? Is there? Because I'd love to know what was in a previous bag that y'all.
Well, we excuse me. I'm getting all choked up about it.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Okay.
we had a viewing of the episode 200 from Stargate,
Mm,
and that one has a mishmash of all sorts of different show concepts and things kind of laid
mhm.
over Stargate because you've got the premise there's a producer coming in trying to do some things for the show that they're going to put on of Stargate, and they're
Mhm.
talking to the actual people.
Yeah.
It's a really fun episode, but we made a bingo card that year, and you had to mark down the different references you found when you noticed them on your card. And then the first person who won bingo got to get a prize. But since we're kind of pushovers, everyone eventually got a prize at the end. It's just they
Yeah.
got to get theirs first.
Yeah. There you go. That's always fun. Yeah. That's always fun.
But
I like that idea of interactive bingo. That's cool.
we also did a window of opportunity, and that was kind of fun. We had like rattly things in there. We've had all kinds of stuff. We had to stop the silly string though. There was an incident.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
I can almost imagine.
probably good.
We found
That's not good on
workarounds,
that.
and we
Yeah.
use less in plastic wrap and tarp now.
Mhm. I can just think that
That
was
sounds
very
like
bad on hotel
that
carpet, Karen. That's all I can think.
all I can think is that might be held against you in court later. That
So
particular quote out of
Allegedly.
context.
allegedly it happened.
Less
This was before we were taping a lot of things. So allegedly that
we
happened.
don't need as
and
much
it
duct
was
tape or
bad.
I
shovels
forgot
or
about that, James.
rope as we used to.
Let's talk about that.
So
Okay, James is going to
we
talk about
did
something.
window of opportunity last time. The
Mhm.
bag contained a packet of oatmeal and a small bag of Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Because in that episode, every time they keep looping around, it's
Yeah.
always Fruit Loops,
Oh.
basically, in the bowl. And then
Okay.
finally, on the last day when he's out of the loop, he gets
Mhm.
to have oatmeal.
Well, I was wondering if you got like the paper plate where you gave him a packet
Oh.
of ketchup or a packet of mustard.
We did.
'Cause-
We did,
Oh, yes, you did.
but we put in the paper plate, and we put in crayons.
That's probably a better idea. Yeah.
Because again, see also trying to come back to the hotel next year.
All right. We're so sorry. We didn't think they
But
do
you know,
that.
hey, you
But
got a
we know
red
better.
crayon, you got a yellow crayon, start drawing your best face, man.
That is great. That was a hilarious episode. Thank you very much. Because I was like, oh my God, that endless loop. You could just see him getting more and more frustrated. And it keeps reminding me of like, the Sacred Strand. For some unknown reason, I wanted to watch Deadpool and Wolverine the other night, and the Sacred Timeline and all these weird ones. And I'm always like, well, if somebody's caught in a loop, do they make new timelines, or does it because they're caught in a loop, they don't?
Or maybe the timeline just has like a big knot in the middle or something where they're just rolling around. I don't know.
That would be it too. Like a big thing of yarn, and then it keeps going with just one strand after that. So awesome. Okay, cool. We had a science. We just talked about science, James.
We did a science, yay!
Yay! Okay, so cool. So you got Firefly and the Orville, and probably Space 1999, Buck Rogers, many others. Do you ever get like panels where people are like, who do we contact to get a new Buck Rogers started, or things like that?
Every once in a while, someone will ask things like that, and occasionally we'll have a panel even where we'll talk about shows that are ripe for renewals or like
Mhm.
some sort of like revamp. But we are not the ones who specifically can provide that
No,
information.
you're not. No. All right. Yeah.
Wait, you don't have the inside track to the wheelings and dealings of $1 billion industry?
Curiously enough, no, we are an inside track. We do have air conditioning, but we do not have that inside track.
That's good. And you
I'm
know,
killing
John,
John.
Oh God, I'm dying. Hold on.
one more for
Hold on.
you.
Please call the ambulance. Ah.
He's
Ah.
old. He can't laugh that hard anymore. He's probably got a
Oh.
hernia now.
My head is all swimmy now. Whew.
Okay. Awesome. Now, so you got some cool panels going on. And what about like events
Okay,
with a capital E?
for events with a capital E, we've got some stuff. One of the things we're going to be doing is our dance, and
Mhm.
that is the Can't Stop the Signal Firefly dance. And we
Woohoo.
are going to be in the Weston Peachtree Ballroom starting at 10
Mhm.
on Friday. So, like, come get your dance warmed up, and then you can keep dancing throughout the weekend.
Are you gonna get a?
Um,
Is there a specific kind of TikTok dance that's called the uh that you have for that
Can't stop
particular?
the signal.
Can't stop the signal. Is there an actual TikTok? You guys should make a TikTok
I
dance for it.
don't believe there is. For most of us, TikTok would refer to of Oz, most likely. So probably not the audience as much, but it there will be many types of many dancings.
But I hear TikTok
And
is
Totally.
popular with the kids though.
well, kids is a flexible definition.
And China. But
And
hey, what
and by
about
the
them?
way, the kids are still flexible. All of us that are watching Firefly are
They're
not.
not. So you said, wait, there are different music like genres in there. So like, do you have everything from what Hall and Oates to K-pop to rave music? Or I'm just curious. And it's a 10
No,
p.m. panel, folks. So you know what that means after 10 p.m. Careful.
it is
The
very much
rave
a
kicks off.
mature sort of event in
Mhm.
the sense that mature in age, not necessarily actual maturity.
And attitude.
We're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
But we have had a lot of different genres. A lot of our kind of dance sweet spot tends to skew rock, pop, and we'll face it, a lot
Mhm.
of the stuff from the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Um,
Okay.
but we have just gotten word of our new DJ.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. And we're going to be treated, in fact, to the
Ooh.
wonderful musical stylings of DJ Spider,
Oh,
a Dragon
awesome.
Con regular.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they were still
Institution,
doing
I might even
DJing.
say.
It's an institution. I didn't know DJ Spider was still. Oh, that's so cool.
But don't
Y'all,
tell
you
anybody. No, just kidding.
just FYI, just go for a little bit so you can. DJ Spider is a Dragon Con institution, but also one of the best DJs Dragon Con's ever had. So, what?
I am a happy person.
I can see she's got, y'all aren't here, but she's got a huge smile on her face.
Now, of
Don't
course, this is Dragon Con, so nothing has happened until after it has happened. But
right.
that is the plan.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Red Nerd wants to know if you're
do
going to
you want to
watch
say the
Babylon
question?
5 and throw balls at each other again.
Well, I have to say I try to limit myself from how many I throw at any given event. Um, Last year we
What?
did Geometry of Shadows. This is our in reference to our interactive for Babylon 5, and it was
Mm-hmm.
the battle of the purple versus the green. And we had an actual battle with balls and beat sticks and the pool noodles. And it was a good time. It was a good time for all. And we can't do that every year. But we'll definitely look at bringing that back at some point because that was a lot of fun. We divided up into purple and green teams based on what you got, and everyone had a good time. At
And
least
how
I
did
thought.
somebody win or lose?
Lee,
There were
it's about the
rules.
game, Lee.
You had to get
Okay.
it across the line on the floor. Don't ask how the line appeared. It was gone by the next day. And
There's no line. That is a total alleged line, but okay. Yeah.
yeah, there were points. Points were had. Games out of a number of games to determine who actually won.
Mhm.
Things happen, but overall, everybody had a pretty good time, I think.
I think throwing balls and pool noodles actually sounds like a wonderful stress reliever
Clarification though,
at
they
some
were
point.
inflatable beach
Yeah,
balls, so they
yeah.
had very no weight really
No,
whatsoever.
wait.
So
No,
They
they
weren't
weren't trying to
they weren't
hurt each
regulation
other.
dodgeballs.
they were not.
They were like, hold on, see, this is why
They were
I'm
not
here.
going
This
full
is,
Ben Stiller or Vince Vaughn or anything like that.
yeah. This is a globe that I am holding up that is an inflatable globe. I have no idea why I have it, but I still do. And it
It's on
this is
brand for
kind
you,
kind
Lee.
of
Don't
balls
worry
they're
about it.
talking
Well,
about.
some people just want the worldly.
I do. Actually, if everybody would listen to me,
I understand there's even a
it'd be
mouse that would like
amazingly happy.
to take it over.
There is a mouse that will like take it over, and I think they are, by the way. Okay, so that's really cool. And then
Oh my god.
one of the things, what?
No, I was just thinking of a good South Park episode melding those two together. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh,
You're saying
To kind of circle back really quick to the dance.
yes,
to
please.
the thing we're
Yeah,
here to talk about.
please God, get us back
Quick,
into
we're
that.
just gonna segue back on over.
Yeah, sure.
We are also going to be doing our charitable donation offering table exchange
Wow.
time frame.
Ooh,
We have a Badgers area where you can come to the table and donate for the charity, which this year is NAMI Georgia.
mhm.
That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And very, very excellent cause that DragonCon has paired with this
Oh
year.
yeah.
We're really excited about supporting them. And we have a new challenge coin that we made up for the charity this year. So there's going to be that. There's going to be other things you can get. And we've got items for all sides of donations as well. So, if you're maybe not like looking to make a huge donation, but you want something, we got wristbands and all sorts of stuff.
There you go. That's
So,
always good. I
just
was going to ask you. Sorry, keep going.
so that's one of our things. And we have a couple other events where we're also going to be making those things available and doing
Mhm.
some charitable activities.
That's always good. Now, the challenge coin, can people order that before con, or do they have to come to this party at some of the things that you've already got listed as events in order to get one?
Well, we have a kind of a split on that. We have what's known as our track challenge coin, which we make
Hmm.
up each year, and it's for our track specifically. That one we sell for pre-sales before con, and you can pick up your pre-orders at con. And that is a
Okay.
separate thing because that's kind of goes back into help like
Hmm.
fund the things that we do because we give those away
Oh,
to the actors who come and other guests. So, that's one of the things
cool.
that we do is kind of like a here's a thing to remember our track by. And also our shirts, which as you can see, maybe not entirely, we have our
Mhm,
shirts
mhm.
each year. And that's one of the things that kind of sets us apart too, because you can see an MSFM person and like, oh, that they're in their shirt. Okay, so I know I can talk to them. Um, that is a separate thing, and we do sell that separately. We do not do any kind of sales at con or in con sort of
Okay.
situation for that. But the charity coin is a completely
Hmm.
separate challenge coin. So technically, we have two. One you can get before that does not go to the charity, and one that you can get at con that does go to the charity. And that one is, well, I guess I can say this much. It has a Serenity theme this year
Very nice. Very
because it's
nice.
the 20th anniversary of Serenity. So we're very excited about that. And
I'm sorry, did you say
all
25 years of
20,
Serenity?
20.
20. And still people are like, when's it coming back? I
Well,
love it.
Firefly is 27. Like in 2027, Firefly will be 25. So it's
That's
all
not
creeping up a little
possible.
on
Sorry,
us.
wait a minute. I'm sorry. Again,
I'm sorry.
I gotta check my. Hold on. That's working. Yeah, that's
Check
working
your
too.
oldness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought you said 25 years. So my things are all clogged. Anyway,
But you're
certainly,
okay with 20, right?
certainly we're not saying no 20. No, it was like 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That works
Only
for
8
me.
years ago. Absolutely. But ignore what's on the coin and just admire its beauty and donate to charity.
Okay. Cool. So the charity coins will be like in your room.
They will. We generally only bring out the charity items though during charity events, so everybody's really clear on
Okay.
what we're doing. We're not trying to be, pushing anything on
No, no,
anybody during
no.
a non-charity marked event.
Hmm.
But we also have two in-room charity events, and that
Hmm.
is the sorry, not interactive. I'm saying the wrong thing. It's the games and crafts night on Saturday after
Hmm.
interactive, and that
Hmm.
starts at 8:30, and we have all sorts of different projects and things like that. And we've got opportunity to pick up some more of the charity stuff there if you would like.
Very cool.
And then we also have the team trivia competition, and
Mhm.
that's at 10 o'clock on Saturday night in room, because we want to make sure it's during immature time.
Yeah,
And at that
I
point,
get that.
we
Mhm.
have the charity items available, but we also asked for a $20 buy-in donation per team to be given to the charity.
Very
So
cool.
we collect that for the charity and we have a good time. Everybody tests their knowledge to see who does the best, and then
Mhm.
prizes are awarded to the top three groups.
Does it should you bring a group with you, or do you guys make groups in the room? Like somebody goes, I really want to do this, but I don't got a team.
Yes. So
Okay. That was
we
that was
we
No
smart.
further
understand if you
questions.
already we understand if you already have a group, and that's great. Bring your group. Absolutely 100%. But if you just want to participate, there are always a couple people who are coming in who are interested. They will form a group, and we just kind of encourage people, if they haven't found one, to find someone they can sit with and work with. If they can't find their own group and form it, we don't make you sign up ahead of time, except for right before we get started. So
Right.
you've got a little time to kind of circulate and say, hey, would you like to be in my group? All right. And we try to facilitate that. Groups come up with their group names, and then we get things rolling.
Ooh, sounds a good a pub trivia. Love it. And what night did you say that was on? Just want to make every sure.
That is on Saturday, and it starts at 10 p.m. after the charity games and crafts night, which is a kid
Okay.
friendly event. Um,
Great.
and then we roll straight into the not kid friendly event.
Yeah. Bye. Night. Time to go night night. You're not 18 yet. Go to sleep. Yeah. All good. Good for that. That's great. And if you'll send us the link, so for the things, the track coins that people can buy before, and I think you also said the t-shirts, we will put that up when John does this, and that'll be great so people can know about it. But again, y'all, charity coins, you got to be at con.
Yep.
So just remember. And is it cash only or
It is cash preferred, but we will have a Square reader there.
okay?
So either way, we'll make it happen, because the goal is to get it donated to charity. And what happens with the charity coins is we do have stuff from previous years, because we only
Oh,
sell that
awesome.
stuff for charity in the year while we are there at con in that moment.
Okay.
So if we haven't sold it already, it's going to come back, and we're going to keep going until it sells for charity. We donate
Oh,
the production costs for all the stuff that we do for charity. So we're
oh
not
wow.
getting anything on the back end from that. It is straight for charity, for the charity specific items. We try to make sure
Yeah.
that's very clear, just because everybody gets kind of like, well, where is all this going? And this is literally all going straight to the charity.
Mhm. And just remember that, folks. Some people may say that all the profits are, or they're whatever. Do remember that though. If all the money is going to charity, so if somebody had to make something and do that, but it's still going to charity, they're saying they're sucking up the production cost and all of it. So whatever amount these coins are, all of it's going to NAMI Georgia. And the reason I bring that up is because remember, folks, if the charity overall at DragonCon has 150K, DragonCon will match it. The better way to say this is DragonCon will match the donations dollar for dollar up to 125K. So your dollar could be $2, or your $2 might be $4. Come on, folks. I mean, these charities, John and I have already talked about it. They run on a very, very, very tight budget. So helping like this can just, it improves a lot of lives, no matter what. So just something to think about. Sorry, I'll stop now. Um,
You don't have
okay,
to.
cool. No, no, no. I'll say this again, so that'll be cool.
Well, we're not done talking about charity, because we still have our biggest charity event to talk
I know
about.
I was about to. Yeah. What was that? What's that?
That is the Don S. Davis Memorial Charity Auction, which is one of my favorite things to do all year because you absolutely never know what's going to happen. Like in 2023, we had Gary Jones, who was a guest that year, just decide he was going to come down and share some stories about Dawn before we got started. And it was amazing.
Oh,
Some things I had never heard before. And, just like from the heart, he came in, talked, and you don't know. Like one year when Chris Judge was here last, in fact, he randomly pulls out the makeup sponge he used. I think it was on the last
The
day
last day.
of
oh wow.
shooting, and he signed it and put it into the auction and donated it. And so you never know what will happen. Um, I cannot guarantee anyone will be here for the auction. Let me just be clear.
No, that was
It's
a
a safe thing.
those just show up. Welcome
But
to Dragon Con.
again, you never know. Things happen.
Mhm.
But
Wasn't it? No. Well, I thought one year you had Michael Shanks's pants, and that got into like a bidding war.
we did. We did. We also one year had Cliff Simon, who played Ball. We had his jacket. Pretty iconic.
Ooh, that is a very
Leather
iconic jacket.
duster style jacket that Paul wore.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
It was
These
nice.
are cool,
I
folks.
looked
These
at
are
it,
cool.
I watched it say goodbye.
Yeah. You looked at it and went, yeah, no, yeah.
It was
But
very nice to have.
yes, it was
Raised
very
by
nice to have for charity and wave bye bye. I looked at it, I took a picture with it, and then I
I
said,
think I did.
bye bye.
And as a matter of fact, after Chris had auctioned off his item, he actually bid on an item that was in the auction and bought it
Oh,
while he was there. So
see?
And
Because
wasn't
you
that a photo of Dawn?
it was a signed photo of Don S. Davis as General Hammond.
oh,
We
that
were all
is
about to
awesome.
cry at that
The
point.
the bidding had gotten pretty high, and then out of nowhere you hear Chris Judge go, "This is my bid," and everybody just let him have it.
When Teal bids,
Sir
we let
Teal,
it
sir.
happen.
Yeah, of course. Have you seen how big that man is? I would let him have it too. Um, so
But
that's really great.
so Don S. Davis, just in case anybody's not as familiar, maybe they're not a Stargate fan. He was General Hammond on Stargate, and he was actually due to come for the first year. Our auction was supposed to be an official thing because we had kind of
Mhm.
one in 2007, but then he passed away the year he was supposed to come, which was 2008, right before con. And that year, it was
Mhm.
also the American Heart Association was actually the charity partner, and he had actually passed of a heart attack. So we had talked to the family and they were okay with us naming the auction in his honor. So we've kind of carried that tradition since then. And like last year, for instance, we raised by our guess and tracking of careful numbers, approximately 8,420 from the auction.
Wow.
And multiply that by two with the Dragon Con match. And we raised over 12,000 as a track period for the year. So you can really
That's
make a
amazing.
difference and you can change someone's life, especially with this. Mental illness is no joke.
No,
We do joke about it sometimes to keep our own selves sane, but it is a real thing. And you could really help save somebody's life with your donations.
you really can. And you can also help the families that are supporting people that have mental illness. And I think that's really important. I think all of us after COVID realized that mental health is very, very important. So there's that. But yeah, that's great. And I think you also sometimes people like will make crafts or other things like fans will make things to give to you for the auction too.
Oh, yes. We've had decorated My Little Ponies done up as each of the members of the SGC, among others. We've had all
Hmm.
sorts of stuff. We've had jewelry that was made. And also keep in mind though that's not just Stargate. I know we talk about Stargate a lot, but we have stuff from Firefly, BSG, B5. Um, one of our fans helped us out by donating these lights that he made that are Battlestar Galactica like acrylic lights, and just like all sorts of stuff that people are creating and bringing together and then allowing us to auction off to raise money for the charity. So really a lot of it is driven by the people who come and the people who donate.
How many
By the
lights were
fans
there?
and
Were
for
there
the
four
fans.
lights or
You joke, but there were.
Okay,
Four
so it
lights
was
were donated.
four lights. That we're swapping shows though. We're swapping shows, John.
Crossing the
Swapping
stream.
trucks.
No.
But like these were like plastic, like had made these kind of
Yeah, and they
lights.
had like
Oh
the
wow,
designs etched on them, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
that is very cool. And boy, that must have even four must have taken him a very, very, very long time. That is really awesome. Okay, cool. Now we said this, we introduced y'all, but then we forgot to say, where are you physically located at con, at least as listed today as we record?
Lee has to get specific so I don't get the smart mouth engaged. But
Yeah, you put it on. I'm
she
fine
sees
with
where this
it.
is coming. All right, so we are actually in the Westin, which is the best hotel. I will accept no alterations or substitutions on that matter. You may disagree, but that's okay.
You're wrong.
Then you don't know, and I get to keep it for myself. Um, we are in Chastain, DE, which
Mhm.
is if you're coming down Peachtree from anywhere pretty much, coming to the front of the Westin, you have to walk up some steps to get to the 6th floor, even though it's the one closest to the street. And we are the track room immediately to your right. So pretty much right near the street. We actually have windows that look out to the front. We can catch the tail end of the parade. It's nice. Come see
Aw,
us.
you could go see. And folks, it is just right there. And I will say this also for the Westin, because I've been in there a few times over the past couple of years. It's cold. They love their AC because first of all, they do got a lot of glass there, but also it's cold. So you are going to be really,
Hi,
really,
Sarah.
you're bring some stuff. Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you. Okay. And she says she's on another panel for your track. What is Sarah, our dear friend who does theater, doing?
I'm trying to remember which
Oops.
specific one that she's on because there are so many.
You do have so many panels.
Oh,
Yes.
we
Don't worry
really
about it.
do. We've got Babylon 5 panels, like The Mind of Alfred Bester. That one's a really cool one that's coming up.
Oh, wow. That
Um,
was Chekhov. That
we've
was
got
Chekhov played Bester.
Des
Bester. Bester. Right. Okay.
well,
Thank you
Walter,
for learning.
who was also
Learning.
Chekhov, because
It's
we're thoroughly crossing up the genres at this
We
point.
have caught you.
she says it's not a theater panel.
Yeah, it is not specific to theater. No, the one she's on. I
It's
cannot remember
the
which one.
Arc
Oh, that
versus
one. That's the one.
SG
Thank
Universe.
you,
Yeah.
Sarah. Uh, yes, one of our panels is really looking at the arc, but also looking at it in context some of our other shows. And we were really struck by how similar it is to Stargate universe. The way they're kind of all trapped on the ship, they can't really get off. They have to figure out resources and deal with things going sideways and not really knowing what's going on and causing it all to happen that way. Sound
Mhm.
familiar? Yeah, that's both shows. So we're kind of going to be looking at some of that and seeing kind of which one is doing it better. Maybe we'll see. We'll have opinions on that.
Right. Well, what's the arc? I'm sorry. Is this a new show, old show?
It
Or are
is
you talking about
newer. Um,
newer? Okay.
it has been on the air for a couple years now. I think the second season
2
is just
seasons so far,
completed.
and they're
Oh, okay.
greenlit for season 3.
It airs on
I will then start
Sci-Fi.
looking then. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, that's great. I will go and look for it because I'm
And it
always
has
looking for
like a
new.
showrunner connection to some Stargate folks. So if you see some similarities, there could be reasons.
Aren't they shooting it in Vancouver?
I think everything shoots in Vancouver.
Everything at least starts shooting in Vancouver, and then they move somewhere else because
Then
Canada
it's
is
time for some
wonderful.
location shots, and then we move on.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason that so many Stargate universes look like, oh wow, that's a lot of trees. Because guess what? A lot of trees around. Okay, awesome. So very, very cool. Those are good. That sounds like awesome to do. And so, all right. So you're in the Weston Chastain DE.
Correct.
Where can we find you on the interwebs?
Well, we are on Facebook for one.
Mm-hmm.
In if you go to facebook.com/group/military sci-fi media, I believe is our whole
Mm-hmm.
title. You can find us there. We've got a page as well as a group, and we post things in there. We chat about stuff. We're starting to post some of our events, so you can add it in Facebook also to help remember when it's all going to be.
That's always good.
James, you want to talk about the X/Twitter?
Yeah, so we do have a Twitter. It's at MSFM Track. It's also the same on Blue Sky, since
Awesome.
Dragon Con only posts their updates on Blue Sky now and not the other platform, so that we can
That
keep
other thing.
everybody informed.
We are looking into the possibility of getting a Blue Sky, but we have not had time
You're
yet.
not time there yet. You just don't. Yeah, it's hard to get them all because then you're like, wait, which one? How many do I have? And who updates them? And what do we do?
We
And, yeah.
technically have a YouTube also, but we have not posted there in a minute. But you know, it's out there somewhere.
At some point, you will need it. You know,
Right.
and you might even have a Discord channel that you don't do anything on, but other people like to come on and talk
We
to
do
people.
have a space actually on the Dragon Con Discord. If you go into
Very cool.
Weston, you can go through the lobby and get to our stuff. So yeah, that's pretty fun.
Mhm.
And we will post more in the Discord once we get a little bit closer to con. We've kind of been working on saying now that for the moment, just because I can get lost if I stay there too long because I start chatting.
And then all of a sudden 4 hours have gone by and you're like, I was only here to post one thing. And how did this happen? That's the problem with the interwebs is this. Okay, so very cool. And I don't know if you know it, but if you have the website for people to order the track coins before, would that be on your Facebook group or your
It
Blue
would be.
Sky
We have a post for
Twitter's?
that.
Okay, post on Facebook. Awesome. We like posts. We think posts are good, so we can always link to that. That's really cool.
Yes, a
Okay,
post is nice to have something to lean on.
now
Lee, you okay?
I'm
Okay.
I'm good. I'm
You
not
gonna
having
be
a
okay?
hernia.
You gonna be okay, Lee?
It's all Karen's fault. I'm okay. It's all Karen's fault.
Usually,
Just like it's usually all Seska's fault. I am a perfectly innocent person who does not tell dad jokes, which Karen does very, very well. And John is pulling up the site if you're watching this where you can find everything. And so that'll be really good. So those are in your Facebook groups. Now, as you know, we usually end all of our podcast with a game. So we're going to be on Jackbox TV. Oh, it's fun. This one is fun. Actually, we're using something that is called it's called High Low. It's a new game on there.
No. We're playing
So
Time Jinx today. Playing Time Jinx.
Oh,
right
we're
now.
playing Time Jinx today. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're playing Time Jinx, and John it's
I
in our
already sent it.
private chat. I see it. Now, if I could just get back to what I need to type with. There we go. Got it. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Unmute here.
I don't yell at you that often. I love how you say that.
Are you guys playing together or as a team or?
I think
Separately.
we're a team for now.
For now?
If I get too competitive, I'll let you know.
No,
Okay.
just push him off that chair, Karen.
Oh,
He's gonna
I'm blacking out again.
become
Oh my.
old. He can't get up. So it's all good. Right, James?
Probably should really get that looked
James
at.
is like,
I
no.
don't think I should also almost pass out every time I laugh, right? That's not great.
That's
Generally not
probably not
advised.
the bestest.
Probably something to get checked out. All right. Time Jinx is coming. Can't play tonight. I'll chat with y'all later, says Sarah Rose.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye,
You got
Sarah.
a full house?
Welcome to
is-
Time Jinx. You know, we almost called this the dating game, but they sent us a cease and desist. Just as a reminder, pals, this is a 3.5 round game. Let's get into it. It's time for your first mission. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes.
Okay, so you're going to travel to the
I'll give you
year.
some help. It happened during this period.
You're traveling to the year.
Put in your dates now.
Christy Yamaguchi wins the Olympic gold in figure skating. It's between 1980 and 1995. Christy Yamaguchi wins Olympic gold in figure skating.
What in the world did I just do?
Entered a number and then hit enter. Is that what you did? See? I guess not because you didn't light up. There we go.
Here's where each of you went in time.
All right. 1984 is the beginning. 1988 is a jinx. 84 is the beginning. 92 was correct.
Your score is how many total years you're off on these missions. The lower,
Simon
the better.
won. Again, I don't know if this is $1
Here's your next mission.
one a month or whatever. Anyway. All right. India gives independence or gains independence. India gives independence to the British. Here you go, British. Take back all your imperialism. India gains independence from the British between 1930 and 1990. It's between 1930 and 1990. No one thought that there would be a history test today. India gained their independence from the British.
I'm not sure.
1930 to 1990.
And yes, people, you could look this up on the interwebs, but don't. Play for fun.
Let's see. 48 has a jinx and 56 has a jinx. And 47 was the correct answer. 1947. The object of this game has got the lowest score, by the way.
Pow pow.
Travel to the year face bar. Travel to the year a face bar was added to the NFL football helmets. So before this, they had nothing in front of their face. And then they added this thing, and they'll call it a face bar. It's between 1940 and 1970. Between 1940 and 1970. The face bar is added to the NFL helmets. We asked a bunch of nerds when they thought, and they said 1955 was the correct answer, apparently.
Awesome.
Rachel and Carrie got that correct.
It's time to time hop.
The 1990s. We're traveling back to the 1990s.
Pipe down. The series finale is starting.
Was it Seinfeld, Friends, or ER? How should you respond to this to hide your identity in the 1990s? The series finale is starting in the 1990s. Was it Seinfeld, Friends, or ER?
No idea.
This is what you should have said.
Seinfeld.
Let's keep the party going in a new decade.
1970s. Traveling back to the.
Hey man, I'm starving. How much is a Happy Meal
Oh
from
my
McDonald's?
Oh, is it $1.30, $1.10, or 99 cents? I know the answer to this
Happy
one.
Meal?
I know the answer to this one.
Mm.
I know the
I
answer
bet
to
you
this one.
do.
Because I'm not
I'm gonna say that.
is it $1.30, $1.10, or 99 cents?
$1.10.
Decade, here we
No,
come.
oh, sorry. $1.10 was the correct answer. I was in my own head. 2010.
Do it to him.
You know, I had to do it to him. LMAO, the sad frog meme. LMAO, the preppy boy meme. LMAO, the salt guy meme. In the 2010s, which was the correct meme?
No idea.
You know, I had to do it to him. Carrie's thinking, holding on to that 1 point lead. The preppy boy meme was the correct one. The preppy boy
I'm
meme.
lowering your score based on how successfully you time hop.
See now who's in the lead. 7.5. I never seen that before.
Let's see who's winning with
It
the
looks
lowest
like
score.
the Powell family's in, I think. Carrie's in second. Oh, Rachel's in first. Oh, Powell's aren't here.
Go Rachel. Go Rachel.
It's the
Rachel's
second round.
in first place. Woohoo!
Time
All right.
for a new task.
Travel to the year. The Storm Area.
Type in
Oh,
your
Storm
dates
Area
now.
51 meme was a thing. I started to read it and I didn't finish finish ahead and I was like, Storm Area 51? What the heck? Oh, the meme. All right, the Storm Area 1 meme was a thing. When was it? Between 2005 and 2020. Between 2005 and 2020. When was that?
And here's where everyone wound up.
2020, Lee says. 2019, 3 other folks said. 2019 was correct.
Yay, we got
Awesome. Yes.
Moving on.
Sliced bread was invented. Before this, there was nothing to compare anything to. 1910 to 1970. When was sliced bread invented? I don't know, but it's been the greatest thing since then. Sliced bread was invented between 1910 and 1970, but when? Between 1910 and 1970. It was 1932 is a very popular time. Would that be because of 1928, and then soon after that, stock market crash. Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's a new mission.
Mattel releases Malibu Barbie. When did Mattel release Malibu Barbie from her cage? 1950? Between 1950 and 1980. Before that, Malibu Barbie was just Barbie. She didn't need all this extra identity. She didn't need the place to define her. By the way, can we just talk again how great of a movie Barbie was? Anyway.
I love the movie Barbie.
1964 to 1978 is our range. 67 has a... 71 was the answer. 71. Chris was the closest. Weddle. You got it right.
It's time loop time. It's time loop time.
Oh, Lord.
And yes, the time loop occurs in an old fridge I rigged up. It makes sense. Trust me.
How many times does Bart write, "I will not waste chalk" on the chalkboard in The Simpsons? Is it 11, 14, 23, or 27? At the opening of The Simpsons, how many times does Bart write, "I will not waste chalk" on the chalkboard in The Simpsons? 11,
No
14.
idea. I'm right.
How many times between 1901 and 2000 was there a total solar eclipse? Is it 3, 71, 228, or 405? Now let's see how many people are American centric.
I actually have to. There's a question on this. Like, everybody could see it, or only certain places?
The question is, how many times was there a total solar eclipse?
Bam! Time loop. You can stay with your first choice or jump ship to another.
It didn't say
Here's
in
some data to mull
America,
over.
didn't say in Canada. Speaking of Canada, are Canada friends not coming this year?
No, they are not.
Steve? Oh.
I have. Yeah.
Okay. 6 players got this one right, by the way. How many times did the Bart write, "I will not waste chalk"? It's 14. 14 is the correct answer. How many times between 1901 and 2000 was there a total solar eclipse? Is it 3, 71, 228, or 405? And again, 6 players got... Oh, sorry, in this case, 6 players got it wrong. I was like, and they got them... Nope, they got them wrong. It's the exact opposite this time. So we know where everyone's priorities are.
Here's some credit for you.
Military Sci-Fi got every single question correct. Oh, 40% off their score. I think that puts them in the lead.
Score check.
I think so too.
Chris is at Nexa, and yes, Military Sci-Fi Media.
Welcome to the third round.
Okay.
You've heard me add media to you.
Quick heads up. If you're not doing so hot, you'll be receiving some hints from your future self. You're probably asking, why doesn't my future self just tell me the answer? Well, that's between you two. Drama.
All right, travel to the year. Earth, Wind, and Fire release the song
Punch in
September.
your dates now.
And I have to ask, do you remember when Earth, Wind, and Fire released the song September? 1970 to 2000. Do you remember? I don't want to
I
get sick.
just was,
I need to
I was
be right.
just
What's that?
listening, and I was just listening and singing to that song because my husband has put together a songs we can all sing together in the car.
And what
Now,
year?
what year it came out?
Check out where you all went in the timeline.
All right, 1978 seems to be very popular, very, very popular, almost suspiciously popular.
Yep.
1978 was perfect. That was for Brandon, Simon, Chris, and Carrie. Or Selman?
That alarm
I
is
really
letting
got to
us
know how to
we've
pronounce
changed
it.
the course of history. Sort of a big deal. Let's get a visual of the location we messed up. There should be a famous landmark here, but it's been replaced with an eyesore. Based on the surroundings, where are we?
Okay, so this is a new one that they haven't done before, but a famous landmark is missing. Where are we? I'll describe it. There's a swimming pool, what looks like a swimming pool inside of a star. Your two choices are Paris and Madrid. There's streets coming into that, but it looks like it's just something been placed, and I know exactly what it is. It is Paris, and is the
I'm crediting your account based on how well you did.
Be careful when you speak French, because otherwise you could.
Here's the next one.
The hula hoop was first sold in stores. It's between 1930 and 1990. When was the hula hoop first sold in stores?
No idea.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally
1930 to 1990.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess it's not 1990. I'll give everyone that hint.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But I can't vouch for anything before that.
Looking it up though. I refuse.
You refuse what? Oh, I can't wait to hear what you refuse.
We will not look anything up.
1959 and 1950 were both very popular. 1958, however, was the correct answer, with military
Very
Sci-Fi Media and Carrie being the closest.
On to the next mission.
The last major Hollywood film to be... Oh, this is awesome. The last major Hollywood film to be released on VHS goes on sale. When was that? 1995 to 2010, somewhere in between there. The last major Hollywood film to be released on VHS goes on sale. I want to know what that is. I hope they tell us. It'd be such an interesting piece of trivia to know.
This is in my lifetime. I should realize this, and I'm probably going to screw it up.
Yeah, when did DVDs really just take over? 2002, 2004, and 2008 are all popular answers. 2006 was the correct answer. Lee was actually the closest, but without going over.
It's time to fix the butterfly effect.
Uh-oh.
In 2011, Jennifer Coolidge is cast as Cersei Lannister in a Game of Thrones. Fix it. Was it Amelia Clark, Lena Hensley, Hetty, or Maisie Williams? Lena Headey. In 1965, Bob Dylan shocked fans by playing an electric guitar at Ribfest. Actually, I don't think it was Ribfest. Was it Farm Aid, Woodstock, or the Newport Folk Festival? Farm Aid, Woodstock, or the Newport Folk Festival?
I might be wrong.
Newport Folk Festival was the correct answer. It was
Let's
a
see how
trick.
you're all shaping up.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Score?
Military
wow.
Sci-Fi
Let's see
Media
'em.
has 9 points. Better than half.
Dang.
Okay, final task.
We have
Now we know
time
who's
for
gonna
one
win.
final task. And this
We had
time,
to
we're
get
headed
stuck.
to the future.
Uh-oh.
Travel to the year Mars wins FIFA Interplanetary World Cup 1,000 years after the original tournament started. So, Mars is going to win FIFA's Interplanetary World Cup. It's 1,000 years after the original Earth tournament started. Is it 2920 or 2970, or between 2920 and 2970, which would
Oh, good
be
God.
like 2019. Anyway. I digress. You got maths involved, basically is what we're trying to say. Mars wins FIFA's Interplanetary World Cup 1,000 years after the original Earth tournament started. Lee, have an answer?
I did.
And Carrie?
I
All
guess.
right, everyone's in.
And
Okay, good.
just to spice it up, I'm only handing out credit this time. The closer you are, the
Oh,
more
goody.
credit you get.
All right, here we go. 1933 to 1970. 2960 and 2970 are both jinxes. And it looks like
Now, let's see how this
2930.
translates to credit.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, no, Carrie. And
Yikes.
Okay, this is gonna be a big. This might. I hope it's not. I don't
Let's
want it
take
to
a
be a
look at
big
the
change. I want
scoreboard.
them to win.
Final task here.
Time to find out who will win.
We know who won. Military Sci-Fi
Go
Media
ahead and
with a
put that on
score
your
of
resume.
8.5, which I think is a new record. I think our
I
previous
think
record
that
was
is a new
9.
record.
I think our previous record was 9. Least years accumulated 27. Okay, for them. All right.
I have no idea
Most
what that means, but
jinxes.
okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and escape out of here.
That was really good. That was awesome. Woohoo!
Ooh, I feel
Congratulations again.
vindicated.
What's that?
It had to. Sorry. It had to happen eventually. I had to be able to reclaim my throne.
There you go.
Oh,
You
Lord.
had to come in one first. You had to. Of course you did. Because that's just how smart you are. Or you two are. What?
Sure, we'll go with that.
My lack of sports knowledge paid off for second place.
There you go. That's good to know.
Lack of sports knowledge helped them win second place. All right. Again, let us know where people can find you, both on the interweb and at con.
Well, if you are traveling by foot, you can approach us from Peachtree Street on the west end, up the stairs, and to the right in Chastain DE, which is our home track room. And if you are looking for us online, you can find us at a couple different places. The Twitter. Do the
It's
Twitter.
at MSFM Track for the Twitter, the X platform, and it's the same on Blue Sky. And our main form of communication is the Facebook group.
Right, and that is Facebook/groups, I want to say /military sci-fi media. We also have a page as well, but if you search for military sci-fi media at DragonCon, you will find us.
There
You will find them. That's, yeah. There's only
And
one.
hopefully you don't have a special set of skills. Just find us and hang.
You
We're good.
don't need those skills. It's okay. We're not holding anybody. We've not taken anyone.
Yeah.
Not
And
today.
Not today. So that's good.
All right. Well, cool.
Maybe
So,
in 18 days, though.
in 18. Oh, where are we at? Let's just put this over here.
17. We're at 17. Okay.
Yeah, 16.
We're 16.
16
Oh, yeah.
days and 20 hours is where we're at right now. All right.
Very cool.
So,
Goodness.
with that information, John needs to go work on some more stuff. And until
Just sleep.
next time, hold on. Wait, for who am I saying goodbye to?
Karen and James.
Karen and Jane. For Karen, hold on. Sorry. All right, there we go. Good game,
Thank you.
Chris. I'm amazed at the very surprise comeback. Okay. All right, that was right. All right. For Karen and James and Lee, this is John saying until next time, peace.
Bye.
Oh, I got to put out the outro, don't I?
Yeah.
Yes, all right. Someone was over here.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
Leigh had to go. Apparently she's eating dinner or something. I don't know. Thanks again,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
Have a
again
good
for having
one.
us.
See ya. Stop streaming now.
Oh.